Hi, this is Sandeep again. Had some thoughts regarding a lot of sporting events that are happening and a lot of sporting developments that are happening in and around the world. So we see the Euro happening, the Spain versus England final would be a really exciting affair. Both teams have come up really well through some tough matches, and the semi-final rounds were really good. Copa America is also happening. Argentina is going to play Colombia. Uruguay had a fair chance of going into the final. They were the favorites, in fact, to leave the trophy, but it seems that Colombia played a really good match, and then now they are going to face a Messi-led Argentina, and it's a great chance for Messi to win a back-to-back Copa America. So that's on the football front. Then the Wimbledon is happening. The men's uh, quarterfinals are almost over. It's Musetti versus Djokovic and Alcaraz versus Daniel Medvedev. Both are going to be exciting semifinals, and it's going to be really interesting who's going to reach the finals. I would want somebody new to go to the finals. I want Musetti to win, and I want Medvedev to win, because both of them have not won the Wimbledon, and even though Djokovic always looks the favorite to lift the trophy, but Alcaraz had defeated Djokovic last year. So do you have a rematch of last year, Alcaraz versus Djokovic, or will it be Musetti versus Medvedev, and we see a new winner lifting the men's singles trophy? So these are some matches that I've been following. I really love Wimbledon and its history, and it's my favorite Grand Slam, and it's always been for so many years. So as far as cricket is concerned, now things have changed in a lot of way, because let me talk about the coach scenario. Yes, India have selected, BCCI have selected a head coach, and it happens to be one of the stalwarts of Indian cricket, Gautam Gambhir. So Gautam Gambhir, as we all know, had played for India quite successfully. In fact, he was a top scorer in two World Cup wins, and that's not an easy feat. 2007 World Cup final, the T20 World Cup final, and the 2011 World Cup final. Also, he played a pivotal role with MS Dhoni in towards taking India towards a victory. So Gautam Gambhir comes with a rich experience of playing modern cricket. He has played T20 cricket, he has played Test cricket, he has played one day cricket. So it will be a very interesting affair. There are a lot of things also being said about Gautam Gambhir, because Rahul Dravid had a quite an interesting tenure. There were also murmurs about Rahul Dravid's tenure not being very successful, and he has not been able to translate the success that he had in the under 19 stages, where he really coached very well, brought out some new talents. But as far as the senior team was concerned, Dravid seemed to not get that silverware. So he missed the WTC final. He also lost the ODI final, and it was a call by Rohit Sharma, which Dravid said that made him continue as a coach for India in the T20 World Cup, and we know Dravid won. So, but the point I was coming to was Dravid, when he was appointed as a coach, he had a coaching background. So he was a coach. He was the NCA head for a number of years, the NCA National Cricket Academy Bengaluru, and he also had coached the under 19 team. And from that, he was like supposedly the next man to be given in charge of coaching India after Ravi Shastri left it. So that was a quite easy transition, I would say. But now people are saying that Gambhir is not coming with any coaching experience. He has been in part with IPL trophy teams like LSG, Lucknow Super Giants, and the KKR. In fact, KKR this year won the IPL, but he was not the head coach. He was kind of a mentor for the team. So it might be a very interesting thing how Gambhir comes and play the role of a coach, because role of a coach, a head coach, is very important. Although it's not as important like a football manager, where the football manager plays a more extensively important role than the captain of the football team. But in cricket, it's the cricket captain who plays the more important role, and the coach and the supporting staff providing the assistance in developing the team, in channelizing the team towards the right direction. Now we know the personality of Gautam Gambhir is a very straightforward guy, a very straight on your face kind of guy, and very aggressive guy. That was his way of playing, and generally the type of personality you are, it reflects on your game. So will it reflect in his coaching? Will he be like a Greg Chappell or Anil Kumble saga? That was not a very good period for Indian cricket, especially the Greg Chappell saga. So time will tell. And Gambhir also has got a big challenge of, you know, handling the transition of superstars like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Ashwin, Jadeja, maybe in the Test and ODI format. So these players are going to move away from the game after 2 3 years. And Gambhir, as far as I know, has been given this tenure till the end of the 2027-28 season. So that's a long tenure from 2024, almost for 4 years. He's getting a tenure for the head coach, and this will be going to be a very interesting phase because new players are coming in and the old players are going to move out. How this transition is going to take place, how the, you know, team will perform in ICC events, how the team will be able to win big series. Like we have got the Border Gavaskar Trophy down under. India will be going to play 5 Test matches in Australia, and that is another marquee series that is going to be a very important series. And that way there are going to be number of series, number of tournaments that Gambhir will have to drive this team along with, I believe, different captains. Now you might ask me why different captains. I think the big transition that is going to take place is we're slowly going to see a reduction of all format players. Now what I mean by all format players is that players who play Test cricket, one day cricket, and T20 cricket. I feel Gautam Gambhir might be having a plan where he'll be having separate teams, separate white ball teams. Even in white ball teams, the ODI team and the T20 team might have a different look, a different setup. And the Test team, the red ball team, will have a different setup. That's my gut feeling. And why I say that? Because of the talent pool of India. Now you cannot keep on accommodating the same set of players in all the formats. It's very difficult. And let me come here and give you an example of Shubman Gill. He's a fantastic talent. Personally, I feel he's one of the best talents that has emerged in recent years. But I don't think his game is evolving to the standards of current T20 cricket. He doesn't strike the ball at 150 plus strike rate in the first or from the first over itself. Or maybe he might strike, but his strike rate gradually slows down. In fact, the last match you see was a classic example. He started pretty well in the first four overs. Both Jaiswal and Gill had put on 50 runs. It was a great start. But what did India score at the end of the day? It was a score of, I think, 182. Gill had a strike rate of less than 140. He scored just 66 runs of 49 balls, which is basically 8.1 overs, which is a run rate of 8.14 runs per over. And the team's runs per over was 9. You cannot have that scenario if you are an opener. As an opener, you have to set the tone in T20 cricket, in ODI cricket. You have to break the game open. That's what the opener must do. And nowadays that we have seen players like all around the world, if you see Jake Fraser McGurk, there's Travis Head. If we talk about England, we have got players like Phil Salt, Josh Butler. Then we talk about other teams like the West Indies has always got big hitters. You know, in T20 cricket, you need big hitting skills. You need to have the skill to hit the ball, the first ball itself, for a six at any stage of the game. That's the kind of big hitting skills you require. And especially the game has to be broken up into segments, like the power play is a segment, the middle overs is a segment, and then the slog overs is a segment. I feel players like Gill will struggle with the evolving T20 format if they continue to play this type of game, because the game is changing, and that's where Gambhir's challenge will come into. He has to identify such players. He has to identify players who fit into the evolving format and fit into these particular skills. And that would apply for Test cricket also. That would apply for one day cricket also. I'm not saying just T20 cricket. So Gambhir has got a big challenge. The probably Dravid had the challenge of winning ICC trophies. I would say Gambhir has got a much bigger challenge. He has a challenge of transition. He's a challenge of having separate teams, handling separate teams, separate captains, even in fact, and also the challenge of having different players for different formats of the game. So this is going to be a very interesting phase for Indian cricket, and I feel this is something that we need to all watch out for and hope for the best. And I'm sure Team India will be rising like anything if we successfully make this transition. So this is what I feel is a very critical phase for Team India. Whereas as far as the performances are concerned, recently Abhishek Sharma has really shown really well, and must salute Yuvraj Singh for, you know, not only finding out this diamond, he was always there, but polishing him up, polishing up to perform at the highest level at the international stage. And boy, after scoring the duck, the way he came back in the next game, it was really wonderful. And players like Abhishek Sharma must get a longer run. That's what I feel. Also, I feel that players must not be, you know, kept in the team just because of reputation of past, performances. Like Rishabh Pant, I know he has got terrific talent. He's the supposedly X factor. He has been given that term by, I think, Ravi Shastri after that Gaba victory in 2021. But that's past, that history. That's almost 3 years back. Things are changing. New players are emerging. You cannot keep on just pushing one player just because he has got that X factor. You have to give other players a chance, and a long chance. You cannot just give him a chance for a short period of 5 matches or 10 matches. Our own player for my state, Assam, that's Rian Parag. He got one chance, he did not get to bat in the second match, got dropped for the third match. Now, many are saying that, okay, Rian needs to really grab the chance and all. But let me tell you, it's not that easy. In India, we have a population of, we are a country with a billion population. How many players have represented India in as far as Test match cricket is concerned? Only 300 odd players over so many years. India has played Test cricket for over 90 years now, so almost 90 years. So only 300 odd players have represented India in Test match cricket. So it's not that easy to represent India. Sometimes you have to warm the benches. You have to learn by staying in the dressing room. You have to learn just by watching others, and keep on sharpening your skills. Keep on, pushing your limits in terms of performance. That's how Rian has to, react to this particular situation. He might get not regular chances, but whenever he gets a chance, he has to grab it. And that's what I feel is for all young players that are coming up the ladder to represent India. You'll not get a chance, but suddenly you might get a chance. Then you have to grab it. You have to sharpen your skills. Your mental attitude, your temperament must be towards that particular moment when you get that chance. Dhruv Joril, I would like to give an example here. He grabbed the chance during that Ranchi test match when there was a very difficult situation for Team India. Scored that very crucial 90 runs, and that turned that match. Now everybody will remember this thing of Dhruv Joril. At least for 1 year, 2 years, he can on that performance at least keep on hammering that, okay, I'm a performer, and team management will trust him as a performer. And that's what Rian Parag has also to learn from this experience of going to Zimbabwe. It's just not about playing matches. It's about understanding, okay, there's a lot of competition, but I have to sharpen my skills. I have to keep myself really polished. The moment somebody uses me, I'm going to demolish the opposition. He had a chance in the first match, but that was a difficult wicket. As we know, there's a low scoring affair, but he could not capitalize. But that might happen. First match nerves, you might say. So that is what it is all about now. The Indian cricket scenario is really booming up big time. New coach, new set of players, old players moving off. Let's see how it happens. There are some tours coming up in August to Sri Lanka. Bangladesh is coming to India in September. New Zealand is coming to India. We are again going to South Africa, and then the big series to Australia. So a lot of things coming up. Keep on watching my videos, and please try to appreciate if you can. If you want some particular topics I need to discuss upon, please put it in the comment box. I'd like to think and reply on that. But thank you so much. Keep on appreciating, and keep supporting. That's what I'll say. Thank you so much. That's all for today. Ciao.